This is probably the biggest global coordinated march for Palestine that we have seen. And even though we didn't reach Rafah, we think we did succeed in highlighting what's happening. Just yesterday, 38 people were killed while queuing for aid, and this has become a pattern now, over 300 people in the last 3 weeks. Look, I left on Thursday. I was in the Dáil on Thursday morning. I'm back today, back for the Dáil today. I think my constituents, I think most people in this country, want politicians to do everything they can to stop this genocide. This is a contribution that I felt that I could make in supporting this people-powered movement that we have. We've had tremendous support from the Egyptian people. It's clear that the Egyptian people are very, very supportive of Palestine. Obviously, we're disappointed with the stance that the Egyptian state took. I'm fine. All the Irish people are fine. There are still some people, non-Irish people, who are detained out there, so we're hopeful that they're released as soon as possible, and we have to be kind of mindful of the fact that they're potentially still in detention, and there's other Irish people who want to come home, in terms of the comments we make about Egypt. But in any case, look, our focus isn't on ourselves. Any inconveniences that we suffered are pale into insignificance compared to what so myself and another woman still don't have our phones back, but we'll see. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'd say we all would, you know.
Ready to go again. Ready to go again.
Yeah.
Is there plan?
Yeah, I mean, again, to be honest, my main, so he rang me on Saturday morning when I finally had an Egyptian phone, and expressed well wishes. And I understand he did issue a statement later on that day, which was welcome. I mean, I guess from our perspective, it would have been preferable if that statement had come when people were still in detention. But the main thing I'm asking Simon Harris to do, and I think we're asking Simon Harris to do, is not to do more for us. It's to match his strong words of criticism of Israel with actions, to fully implement the Occupied Territories Bill, to stop the overflights of weapons going through our airspace, and to stop our central bank authorising the sale of Israeli bonds in the European Union. Now the main story in the Middle East, and actually it's been hard to follow stuff when we've been here, especially when you lose your phone. You haven't been able to pay attention to the news, but it's clear that things are getting worse, things are escalating, and obviously there's the threat of an all-out regional war, and in that context the danger of the forced starvation faced by the people of Gaza falling out of the headlines. But certainly before I left, this was the main thing. I mean, basically there was an announcement that the plan of the government is explicitly to increase rents. That's what they're planning. They won't quite come out and say it, but that is the plan. Their plan is, by increasing rents, we'll attract more people in, and then eventually, don't worry, rents will come down. There's no evidence of that, and in fact, it really seems to be the case that this is very clearly policy being made in the interest of big corporate landlords, increasing profits that are already healthy. It's not that they're not making profits, let's be clear about that, and putting renters, putting young people, putting workers last.